Hello, Gemini, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions. So, Geminis, what I like to do is to engage you in a brief discussion today, and I'm going to give you a prediction that's valid until the end of April. Okay, I'm going to be using my Russian gypsy cards here today. And for brevity purposes, I've already shuffled and assembled the cards here, okay? So before getting into this reading, let's explain a little bit about this reading so that you can understand, and then we'll move forward with interpretations, okay? Now, unlike tarot, ladies and gentlemen, this reading does not only have both an upright and inverted position, it actually has four positions, okay? The first two positions usually are the very strongest, and as you descend to the third and fourth, the interpretation weakens, unlike tarot. Of course, you know that in tarot, there's only an upright and inverted type position. So it's more like a mental type thing with these cards. There are only 25 cards to the deck here, so to get as many pictures as you guys see that show here as I have displayed here, it means that certainly radical changes are about to take place here. You're going to certainly be in for a very busy type period here. Okay? And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go on and just get started with your interpretations. Rest assured that this reading simply will not and may not resonate with each and every one of you out there. Okay? But for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope that it offers you the the valuable information that you're seeking. So in this reading, I didn't want to focus on one specific area here, okay? I want you to just see what energies surround you here. And so we're going to start off by looking at your first picture here that appeared. And you have a good picture here. You have the heart, ladies and gentlemen. So particularly for those of you who are, really interested in romance, this is a good sign of, or picture to see. And this picture, ladies and gentlemen, it falls in position one. So it kind of denotes that your happiness dwells within perhaps someone that you really truly and deeply love. Okay, and for some of you, I feel that someone in whom you have interest might not be cognizant, of your true feelings, okay? This is particularly for those of you who are single and you've had your eyes on someone, okay? And perhaps you've been giving subtle signs, but the person really isn't catching it, or it's just not reciprocating here. So I feel that for those of you who might be involved in an existing situation, I feel that, of course, past problems might have caused your situation to sour, but there's still a chance to improve. So it seems the spirit is asking you, ladies and gentlemen, to just make yourself more attractive, if you will, here. You know, find ways, change how you look, in terms of how you dress or whatever. Just do something, that's out of the ordinary here, okay? To kind of reignite that passion. If you're sitting in the house all the time, try to do something a little bit more interesting, or just really find out exactly what it is that your lover desires. Okay? Let's go on and look at your next symbol, ladies and gentlemen. You also have the fire here. So that's certainly, and that also falls in position one. So that further emphasizes the fact that deep your heart is going to be enveloped here with love, with deep love here. I'm seeing a strengthened relationship, or you guys moving forward in a new relationship for some of you, or it could be for you Geminis, both. All right, I feel that someone certainly is going to come about, or that you might have already met this person, but I believe that if you haven't, you will soon. And this person is going to incite great passion, is going to arouse you if you will, sexually. And the person might simply just make your clothes fall off, Gemini. Okay. Okay. So I feel that also with having fire, because fire usually puts out bad energies too. So it also shows for those of you who have been having concern about someone performing black magic in Geminis, this is certainly something that has been done to you guys for some time now. But your ancestors have been protecting you, and this is certainly further emphasizing that this is, whatever omens, bad omens, or spirits or energies coming towards you, that's fire. Certainly, it puts it out as soon as it comes here and it backfires. So that's something that you really shouldn't place, ladies and gentlemen, too much emphasis in. Okay? Additionally, this card is also suggesting that something that you are doing, ladies and gentlemen, and it could be a project. Spirit is saying it's going to be successful here. Okay? It should be successful because it's something about which, ladies and gentlemen, Spirit is saying that you're very passionate. Okay? Let's move right along, ladies and gentlemen, and look at your next picture here that you have. You have the knot there. Okay? And that falls in position 3 here. So this picture, some of you might see it as negative, but I see it as being more positive here, because it certainly shows you're going to be breaking free of the shackles, if you will, that bind here. You're going to break bonds, I'm getting, from very toxic people who seem to constantly always keep Gemini in an entangled web, if you will. Because really, Gemini, you are meant for success, but it seems that these various entanglements in which you've gotten yourself involved have inhibited progress and kind of slowed you down, and if you will. So whatever that has been plaguing you, I'm getting, or kind of holding you back, Spirit says that you must surrender, Gemini. You must release it in order to move forward. And it seems that you certainly have the inherent power to do so. All right. Particularly for those of you who are more on a higher spiral. Keep in mind, Gemini, if this reading is resonating, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might benefit, Geminis, and be sure to press that subscription button so that each and every one of you receives Gemini future messages. Okay, so let's look at your next picture here. We have the star. All right, so you can see that all of your cards seems to be very good here. We just have that one warning there, but with the stars here, that unfortunately falls in position 4. So this card is all about destiny, ladies and gentlemen, particularly in this position, and it's all about things over which we have no control. It's the little petty annoyances that simply just get on our nerves here. Things you can't control. So rest assured that with all of these changes coming about, and fresh starts and new opportunities, there are going to be some shifts along the way. Spirit is telling you, don't sweat the small stuff, all right? Because you have a tendency to do so. Don't let it, you know, steal your joy, if you will, all right? Let's move right along, Gemini, and look at our next symbol here. We have picture. We have the sit, okay? And for those of you who don't know what sit is, it's a farmer's or a gardener's type tool. And it's meant to cut something loose or just to cut away something here. So this certainly shows me, Gemini, that during this time period, keep in mind it is valid until the end of April, I feel that you're going to be threatened or somehow, or maybe a threat will have some type of consequences. And you have to look at your situation closely. But I'm going to give you a few examples of how this might come about here. It represents some type of a loss of some kind. It could be, maybe your affections lost for someone, or they can possibly lose it for you, or some of you might be in the process of moving. You haven't yet completed the move, and The landlord perhaps is forcing you to kind of move your things out. I'm kind of getting, and it's just disturbing you, or it might be something in work that happens. Your job might go through some type of reorganization that ends up, just being painful for you in some way or affect you. So Spirit is just simply saying, Gemini, just be cautious so that you can avert disaster, and just watch your tongue, and watch how you communicate with others. All right. Moving forward, let's look at your next symbol. We have the fox, Gemini, and that falls in position 3. Now, of course, foxes usually tend to be very cunning, deceitful here. So, in some aspect here, it shows that on the one hand, you might feel it looks like it might be a new person that's going to be coming along here, for you guys here, or maybe somebody from your past here. I'm getting more so that because of what you've gone through, you're going to be very suspicious of this person, okay? And you're going to feel that some type of deception surrounds this person. But because you have the boy here, okay, that kind of shows, ladies and gentlemen, that you could kind of trust this person. I'm feeling it's a younger person, okay? And you'll know because your intuition would certainly guide you, okay? And really tell you whatever it is that you want. And also having that boy energy there too, that also says, ladies and gentlemen, that travel is coming up. I'm seeing you guys traveling within this time frame in question, and I'm seeing you having a ball, having a very good time. It might even be traveling, to just see family members. I'm seeing you not traveling alone here. I'm seeing you traveling with a lover, really. Okay, I'm just seeing you really having a lot of fun, and you're seeing new places. It's almost like like when you're taking like a scenic route, you're seeing new things with. So it might be that you're going somewhere or introducing your lover to a place, perhaps where he or she might never been, or it could be vice versa. It's something along those lines. Gemini, keep in mind if this reading is resonating, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share it with others to whom you think might benefit. And be sure to press that subscription button, okay? Let's go on and look at your next picture. You have the house, Gemini, and that falls here. And a very good, it like it is in a contradictory type position here, because it shows that it looks like you're going to have experienced some type of failure in something that you plan to do within the home. And usually when I see this card, it usually connects when people are really trying to renovate, or just try to make repairs here, and then you can have the money, and then all of a sudden something pops up and it delays you. So it doesn't mean you're not going to be able to do some things. You may not be able to do everything that you're wishing to do, but it's going to eventually get done. But it's just going to be different things that might kind of crop up to throw you off here, okay? And it only suggests that your timing might be off. It also concerns too if you guys are trying to submit a project right now, and I feel that if you do, it's going to get rejected. It's not the right time for you to do that. You need to wait until this time period is over, okay? All right, Gemini. Let's go on and just look at, you had so many pictures here. You have one more picture, and then we're going to examine your last card, which gives us a basic encapsulation of what everything or spirit really wants to drive home to you. You have the letter. And with having the letter there, that's in position 2. So it seems that something very unexpected, good news is going to come towards you, Gemini. I'm seeing. Okay, so let's go on and look at this last card here. This is a very good reading. Isn't it about time? Okay. All right, so we have the ship there. This is your last card. Let me just scoot him right on over. You have the ship. So again, that further emphasizes the travel aspect that I see, that you guys are going to be, excuse me. going in a few weeks here. Okay, it also shows it's all about finances and adventure. And it even shows, Gemini, for those of you who gamble, I'm seeing a lottery hit, some type of inheritance. It's a big win. So for those of you who play the lottery, you don't have to play too many. Just stay on one or two numbers or whatever and just stay on it and put some money on it. You got to be in it to win it, right? Okay. And then you have the firewood there. Now, Gemini, I feel that many of you perhaps have been experiencing some illness in some sense, all right? Even for some of you, I'm seeing boils or something that you've been experiencing, that has been causing havoc for some time now, okay? Spirit wants you to know that during this time period, you should have no worries because your health is going to be getting better. From you might have um, received or you will receive the necessary prescriptions to kind of help your situation here. I'm kind of getting that spirit is saying. Spirit is saying you are healthy. Don't worry. All right. Now you also have the horse, and with having the horse, you see all of these travel type cars, but unfortunately, this horse here it kind of gives us more information about this emotional upheaval that you might experience here. As I had indicated to you before, because you have that six card there in your reading that represents some type of a loss of some kind here. So, for some of you, I feel you might be let down by someone, or some of you might even, get married. You might get divorced, or you might even get a new job. So, there are so many variations that you could see with this card there. So, apply it to the situation that you are in at this moment here. And then last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, you have the mice there. So it looks like, Gemini, that Spirit is saying that you're going to lose something, or perhaps you might have already lost something. And you're going to just be worrying yourself to death and not know whether you're ever going to recover it or not. During this time frame, Spirit says you certainly will. So there is no need to worry. Spirit wants you, Gemini, to embrace a bit more enthusiasm. Inject a bit more enthusiasm into your situation. So, Gemini, this is your reading.